Aries Cusp. Well, speech is gone. Welcome in, beautiful souls, my Pisces Aries Cusp. March feels like the final stretch before the finish line. Perhaps you have been running towards something, working quietly, healing quietly, wondering, when is my breakthrough coming? This is that month. I mean, we already went into Mercury retrograde in Pisces. That happened end of February. So we're in the middle of Mercury retrograde in Pisces. And for you, that's deep. It's like the universe is pressing pause and saying, before you step forward, remember who you are. And then boom, that lunar eclipse in Virgo is happening. If I'm not mistaken, depending where you are in the world, it's happening the 3rd of March. Something is going to get revealed, something perhaps you've been working on behind the scenes. And as the month unfolds, the energy shifts. You know, Mars is going to be entering Pisces, your soul side. Venus moves into Aries, your fire side. And by the 20th, the Sun enters Aries. Your Aries season begins. Happy birthday. Your birthday is around the corner. My birthday is the 20th of March. Let me know in the comments. Share with us, what day is your birthday? My Pisces Aries Cusps. This is the bridge between endings and ignition. So we've had Saturn now in Aries sitting on your fire side, our fire side, asking for maturity, focus, discipline, not pressure, purpose. Now by mid-month, Mercury meeting Mars, all right? Words are going to become action. Thought becomes movement. So, and yeah, when then Mercury also goes direct on the 20th, so on my birthday, if you're having a 20th birthday as well, it's happening on your birthday, but either way, it doesn't matter. This is when the fog lifts, all right? That's when you realize, so it's like during our birthday time period where Mercury goes direct. And this is where we are going to realize, hey, we were never stuck. And this is just letting you know now ahead of time that we were never stuck, all right? We are busy aligning, all right? We have been aligning. And then we're going to be having a new moon in Pisces right before Aries season. This is going to be that last surrender, that one last release before you run. So if you've been waiting for clarity, for progress, for a sign that you're getting closer to the finish line, this reading is really going to show you exactly where you stand. We're going to do a cultix cross and really look into the energy. Yeah, March is not random, all right? It's strategic. All right, so before hitting record, I was inquisitive and decided to pull for our Pisces Aries Cusp charms. And this is what has come out. We have the sheep. And while picking out the charms, I was thinking, like, Spirit, what does our Pisces Aries Cusp need to know regarding this Mercury retrograde? March is not playing soft with you. With Mercury retrograde in Pisces moving towards Aries energy, I feel like this is that deep water meeting fire. It's ignition colliding with initiation, all right? Ignition, yeah. Intuition colliding with ignition. Yes, okay. So with regarding taking action, all right, your intuition colliding with taking action. This is the end of a karmic cycle right before a bold new beginning. Okay, so let's talk about the charms. This is a sheep. Okay, yeah, right. So what the sheep is telling me, that the sheep is gentle, it's intuitive, it's collective minded, and this is coming out for Pisces retrograde energy, right? So heightened sensitivity is happening, picking up on everyone else's emotions, feeling called to spiritual surrender, being tested around boundaries. So this is a part of you that wants peace, that wants to forgive, that wants to believe in the dream again. But, we need to also remember sheep energy can also mean following instead of leading, okay? And I'm hearing that you're not here to follow anymore, because here is the axe coming in for that Aries energy. The axe is decisive, it cuts cords, it clears dead weight, it doesn't overthink. So also during this Mercury retrograde, you may realize where you've been shrinking yourself, old conversations that surface so that you can finally sever them, truths that come out abruptly. You may feel an inner push to stop tolerating things that drain you. So the axe is cutting that cords, all right? Clarity through cutting. Okay, but what I'm getting here with this combination is, with that Mercury retrograde in Pisces, it's asking, what illusions have you been protecting? All right. And then the Aries energy comes in and says, cut it. All right. So I'm hearing that you're moving from mantra to warrior, from absorbing energy to asserting energy, from confusion to courageous truth. Okay, but now the key here is, during this time, all right, is don't swing the axe in reaction. Swing it in awareness. All right. So this month isn't going to be about chaos. March is going to be about the conscious closure before your personal new year ignites. All right. So that was quite interesting, this energy that came through the axe and the sheep. You are closer than you think. All right. I'm getting more messages through the sheep and the axe. I'm hearing you've been patient long enough. That you've been soft where you needed to be soft, and you've carried something with humility. Maybe even tolerated more than you should have. But now there's a decision energy that's building. The axe isn't always about destruction, right? I'm hearing it's about precision. Yeah, you definitely are cutting. A piece of paper just moved. That could be confirmation. It cuts away what is dead wood, old delays, old fear, an old version of you that were surviving but not thriving. So I'm hearing that this month is where your gentle soul from the sheep coming through, and your inner warrior have to work together, okay? It's not one or the other. So the sheep is saying, keep your heart open, but the axe says, make sure that you don't stay stuck, okay? Yeah. Maybe you can ask questions is, where do I need to stay soft and where do I need to cut? All right, let's have a look and see what the cards have to say, and have a look at the core energy. Nine of cups. Now we can see clearly. The core energy, Nine of Cups. This is the soul weather as we enter the month. Okay, I'm hearing that you're closer than you think. It's 9, it's close to completion. The 9 of Cups is that quiet satisfaction, all right? The wish that is forming, the prayer that has been heard, okay? And I'm hearing even though Mercury is still retrograde at the start of March and it's happening, everything feels reflective inside, I'm hearing. Something already feels fulfilled, all right? And with the Sun still in Pisces, Saturn that's just newly in Aries, this is emotional maturity meeting self-belief. I'm hearing you didn't come this far to almost make it. There's this quiet confidence here, almost like your soul knows something good is building, all right? And let's have a look at the cross position, the challenge. We have the Emperor. Okay, so this is that Aries energy coming through. This is the tension point. I'm hearing it's not to block you, but to wake you up. The Emperor is that pressure, responsibility, structure. Saturn now in Aries, right? It's making sense. So perhaps you're being asked to lead your own life differently. Perhaps you might have, besides being a Pisces Aries cusp, okay, see this energy, you may even have strong Aries placement somewhere else as well in your chart. Perhaps it could be Mars in I want to say Mars in Pisces. Maybe some of you have Mars in Pisces, but the Emperor is Mars in Aries. Okay, so you could have Mars in Aries, you could have Mars, strong fire Mars placement, perhaps even Aries in North Node. It doesn't have to be, but you being asked really to lead your life differently, not emotionally, strategically, all right? And the challenge isn't whether you deserve the breakthrough, is whether you are, I'm hearing, ready to hold it. Yeah, maybe Mercury might bring a little bit of doubt, or have already started bring a little bit of doubt. But you know, with Saturn and Aries, I'm hearing stand up, decide, own it. Okay, and I'm hearing this isn't punishment energy. It's just that leadership within you is being activated. Okay, and let's have a look at the root here. All right, so we have the King of Pentacles. I feel like underneath everything, this is where your soul has been working through. Okay, it's going to be different for all of you, but in general, this is long-term success, so stability, security, all right? Perhaps with the lunar eclipse in Virgo that's happening earlier this month is going to be clearing old patterns around your worth, your work. I'm getting something also about the Virgo energy coming through ingestion, your intestines, digestion, something to that effect. Okay, so that might not resonate with everyone. It could. Health, all right, I'm getting health. Perhaps you've been building something real, maybe slowly, quietly, but also the King coming through says that you're not chasing fantasy. You want sustainable success, emotional and material. And I'm hearing that your soul is done with the crumbs. It actually wants foundation. Okay, let's have a look at the past energy here. Ace of Cups. So the energy is no longer meant, this energy is no longer meant to be carried forward. Okay, perhaps there was a new emotional beginning at some stage, like a hope, a love, or a dream, a love offer. But you know, the ace is a potential, all right? It's not a completion. You've outgrown waiting for something to begin. It's now going to be about maintaining and mastering what you start. Perhaps this eclipse energy that we've been in is, you know, we had the previous eclipse in Aquarius, all right? And okay, so perhaps the energy is about stop romanticizing the beginning, because you're ready for long longevity for the long haul. Doves could be significant as well. White flowers and lilies, butterflies, mushrooms. I'm hearing stars and moon cycles. All right, let's have a look at the conscious, the hangman. Well, this is the hang one, right? This is where your awareness is right now, okay? Perhaps you've been in a pause, maybe you feel suspended. Mercury retrograde in Pisces can feel this, like a little bit of foggy, a little bit reflective, slow. I'm hearing this pause has come in, it's not a delay, it's perspective, changing your perspective. Perhaps you've been looking at your life differently, questioning, reframing, surrendering control. And right before Mercury goes direct and the Sun enters Aries, I'm getting a feeling that you're gonna realize the weight has changed you. All right. Yellow flowers, sunflowers could be significant. Water, streams, trees, roots. All right, the near future. King of Cups. This is what's beginning to move. Your emotional mastery. So Mars in Pisces, that new moon in Pisces that's going to happen mid-month, it might just soften you, but not into weakness. Okay, the king doesn't react. All right, he responds. Something is going to stabilize emotionally. Perhaps it's going to be a conversation, maybe a relationship, or your own inner state. Perhaps with people around you that have also got water in their chart. It doesn't have to be. But this is your water side coming out. Dolphins could be significant. Ships, yachts. All right, let's have a look at where are you at this current stage. All right. Six of Swords. My Pisces Aries Cusp, before I did this a reading, I just did a collective message for those that are looking for clarity. Okay. And it is about now is a lucky time. And the first card that came out was the Six of Swords. So perhaps if you feel drawn to that message, there might just be a message there for you for clarity. Also, a bit of timing is in there. Now is a lucky time because this is how you're showing up. You're moving on, all right? I'm hearing not dramatically, not angrily. Perhaps you've been in a 6-week period or 6 months. It doesn't have to be where you've been in transition, where you are mentally leaving behind things that drained you. Perhaps you're going to be moving from a place that has been draining you, whatever it is, all right? There might just be a message in there for you. And I'm hearing with Saturn and Aries, it's really helping you to choose peace over chaos to move forward through this transition. I'm hearing also that you're not running, all right? I'm hearing something about relocating. You're really relocating your energy. Take this how it fits in your life, all right? Perhaps moving towards that new love, that new job, that new opportunity. But this is where you are. You are in a transition period. Yeah. This is all happening consciously. All right. What is the external energy? We have the Fool. Okay. So this is what's happening around you. There is new beginnings happening in the air. All right. And this is collectively. There's this reset energy, all right, especially with the new moon in Pisces, Aries season. We've just gone into the fire horse year. We are in astrologically in Pisces season where we're moving into Aries astrologic new season there. So someone around you may be taking a leap, maybe life is, or maybe life may just be offering you a new beginning, okay? Perhaps if you feel called to that reading, like I mentioned, it talks about the number one energy as well. 0 is taking that leap to that new beginning, all right? The Fool is scary only if you don't trust yourself, all right? And I feel that this is the month's theme, is trusting your growth, trusting this transition period. And I feel like the collective as well, it's collective energy. All right. Hope and fears is the Four of Cups. Okay, so this often shows what you want most, okay? And also at the same time, what are you afraid to lose? Like, you don't want to miss out on some sort of opportunity, and perhaps you fear being overlooked or overlooking something perhaps important, especially after some sort of waiting, working, healing. You don't want to settle, but the truth is you are not being ignored, all right? Something is being redefined behind the scenes. It's being offered to you. All right, the last card, let's have a look at, well, the 10 of Swords. So here is a completion, that if you stayed aligned with the energy this month, this is going to be that final ending, all right? It's not going to be dramatic, I'm hearing, but it's going to be a completion. A mental cycle is going to die. Whether this is overthinking an old story, a belief that you left behind, whatever this is for you, that is a total ending, all right? I feel called, let's have a look here at the bottom of the deck. All right, 3 of Wands. This also came up in that collective reading. Expansion, forward vision, waiting shifts into movement. But yeah, you know your ships are coming in. The finish line you've been staring at, I'm hearing you're going to be crossing it, all right? But I'm hearing it's not going to be the way that you expect. It's not going to be a big explosion, all right? It's going to be a clean cut, the sheep and the axis, soft heart, clear decisions. Yeah, there might just be a message for you in that collective reading. If you didn't see it, perhaps you want to go back to it. But this is what I have for you for my Pisces, Aries, Cusp. March is your bridge month, all right? From reflection to reaction, or no, not reaction, okay, to action, okay, reflection to action. From waiting to alignment, from almost to ready, okay. So if this resonated, perhaps you can let me know in the comments. You can also claim that I'm ready. Let me know below in the comments. And thank you for hitting that like button. I think I forgot to ask to hit the like button. So if you're still here, please hit the like button. If you haven't yet subscribed, hey, what are you waiting for? And yeah, I'm hearing April is going to build directly on this ending. I'm hearing you're not behind, you're becoming. Thank you for being here. Thank you for leaving me comments. Thank you for hitting the like button, and I will check you around.